Greetings, and it's been a week since we've last talked, Internet. And, yeah.
Excuse
so,
me, I am, as usual, Kabam Dragoon, and I am very tired and filled with caffeine. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I just woke up as well.
Kill me now, please.
Before we actually go exploring and talk about things, well, actually, I want to show off my over-energy build. This is what I've sort of done with it. I've been lucky. I actually got barrier. I didn't think I was gonna get barrier in one of the combinations, but I did. Oh. So, I think I got a pretty solid build for whatever I had to work with, and I got liberation shots, so more damage, more power to people. But yeah, we've both been playing games, I guess.
In that manner that we do, because we are interesting people. Really.
Definitely. Yeah.
Shut up.
We're both tired. I woke up and he's tired.
Yeah, I've only been up about 14 hours. Granted, it is 5 in the evening right now, but still, shut up.
Yeah. So, we got a new place we can explore, the Rooftops. Gabrielle is stalking us for some reason. And, we can get a good view of Manhattan Island and all the babbles that are around. Always fun. And, if you listen to the music, there's some nice Parasite Eve cues.
Yeah, the music's probably, I've said before, but the music's probably one of the stronger points in this game, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of flavor text you can miss up here on the roof, because it's basically just going up to, like, random wall sections and looking.
It's a nice view.
Definitely. Well, if you like end of the world doom views, I guess.
And if you don't, well, I don't even want to know you. End of the world is awesome. I have a thing for post-apocalyptic scenarios because I'm weird like that.
Not so much here. I like the nice touch where you can see like cars abandoned on the street and damage to the road.
Kind of reminds me of Prototype when I saw that at first.
Yeah, I really didn't like Prototype that much.
Loved it to bits. It's one of my favorite games.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty dumb, but that's kind of like personal opinion, I guess.
Yeah. That is one of those games either you think it's, the second coming of gaming Jesus, or it sucks, frankly.
And I only played it because I was constantly badgered on by friends who were like, "You must play this because it's great," and I'm like, I wouldn't even like that type of game. I know what I like. And then they're like, how would you know, like, what if this game is good or not if you haven't tried it? And I was like, well, I know. I've looked at the gameplay, I've looked at the screenshots, and it's just not my kind of game. Usually 90% of the time I do not like this kind of game because it's just I'm an RPG man.
I played the tutorial stage and just about shit myself with unbridled joy at how excellent everything was.
Yeah.
But then again, it pretty much hit every cue that I wanted out of a game in one go. So, it was basically like the game was pandering to me personally, and I loved it.
Oh, it wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't pandering to me, so it's just,
well, like I said, it just felt like it was, deliberately designed to hit all my favorite, genres and themes and whatnot.
If there's anything you need to know.
Psst, Gabrielle doesn't know she died.
Spoilers!
Not really spoilers. I'm pretty sure they've seen the first videos.
No, if they haven't, then they're doing it wrong. Seriously, go watch the others. Pause. We'll wait.
But yeah, she doesn't know that she's died. Naya hasn't told her. Nobody's told her. Again, I guess that'd be kind of a freaky thing to know that. In the past timeline, you died.
Yeah, that's got to be like on a scale of 1 to 10 for awkwardness. That's gotta be about.
That's
37.
a great conversation starter. I can see that as an icebreaker. You go up to a bar to a woman. I saw you in your past life. Oh, well, the past timeline. I killed you.
It's a funny story. In another timeline, you're dead. How about a drink?
The boss wants me to keep an eye on you.
Yeah, so that's why she's stalking us.
No, she already thinks that we're hitting on her. If the last video is anything to go by.
The boss wants me to keep an eye on you.
Yeah. here. I'm trying to like look at the garbage can, get the flavor text for it, but I don't know. Screw it. I'm just going for the soft drink machine first. But the only thing, you know what? I'm gonna plug this in and recommend it. If you like roguelike games, go play Dungeons and Dreadmore. I have lost countless hours of sleep doing so. I am not an addict. Don't judge me.
That's not for me to do. That's for God to do when you die.
Wow, I'll die a happy man as long as I have Dungeons and Dreadmore.
Well, okay then. I hope you're happy with your choice.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, people can skip this video if they want. Maybe scroll over to like a timeline section if they want. If they don't care much for the flavor text. In fact, if they don't really care for the story at all, they can probably just skip this entire video and get the same experience more or less.
Probably should have told them that about 6 minutes ago. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, too bad. We were busy talking. Talking is important. Oh, not really.
Nah. Frankly, you know, you could just watch all of these on mute. We're not interesting, we're not funny. Go away.
Yeah.
But then again, neither is the
so
game.
you don't hear Aya's constant awkward noises when she looks at things.
Also, there's thunder and lightning outside, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, if some of the videos take longer to come out, people will know why.
Yeah. If I suddenly vanish, then, well, A, try not to cheer too much, and B, you'll know why.
You'll know. Gabrielle. She's smoking.
That's a horrible example to be setting to our children. How
Not that I don't
dare
think
you,
she's very good.
madam? How dare you?
You can take a shower, but I won't tell the boss.
Fan service.
But don't tell the boss.
Funny how
So
that was
I
one of the
decided-
first things revealed about the game right before they were ready to ship it.
Yeah, the whole shower scene thing.
Yeah.
But then again, to be honest, they had that in the second game too.
Yeah.
So that's
but
more.
and
I
this
think
one it
that's
seems
callback.
more creepy. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
more.
fan servicey.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can unlock by playing 50 times through a second camera view. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, and you can watch it at any time. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think people are better off going. Oh, okay, and you can see some of the things that changed there that we'll be seeing in the timeline section. But yeah, I think people be getting more out going like renting some softcore or something. No offense to people out there, but
Yeah.
you really will get more out of that.
Yeah. Go
And
go and
apparently
buy a
this
copy
thing
of
is-
Maxim or something. There might actually be nipples in it.
And apparently the towel that I mentioned before in the previous exploration video to keep an eye on is now smelling bad. I hope you can see where this is going, because it's going to get worse, and it's just going to get horribly disgusting.
I'm remaining
Yeah.
tactfully silent.
I always found that kind of like funny, where you look at it first time, you're like, oh, clean fluffy towel, yeah, somebody left it there. You do a timeline thing, and they're like, oh, it's starting to smell. Why is it starting to smell? It should be the same. And then you see it again, and it's like, you get the characters like completely revolted. So it makes you wonder, like, some inanimate objects, they just age twice or something? I don't know.
In an alternate universe, whoever used it before clearly had better hygiene.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the ripple effect. Actually, I don't know what the hell it is. I need more caffeine. Yummy caffeine.
I honestly, I don't eat caffeine. I'm actually fairly awake now, but I'm still kind of like, But,
I have generally so much caffeine and sugar bouncing around inside my system. You could probably distill my blood and get a decent buzz out of it.
tasty blood.
One of my friends is caffeine intolerant, and my god, do I envy her. She has like a sip of coffee, and she's bouncing off the walls. Meanwhile, there's me downing like, octuple octuple espressos, and I'm sort of like, not doing much for me, man. When does this shit kick in?
I have like I don't even notice caffeine. I have such a high tolerance for it. I even get sleepy. Oh, and warning, not safe for work.
Skip forward
I
now.
suggest skipping forward a couple minutes. I actually surprised I got this scene. Because the first time I got this scene, the only time I just got this scene.
Oh,
otherwise,
Jesus.
I've just been, all the entire times I've been avoiding looking at the shower every time I'm playing the game, the second time through and so forth. Yeah. So there's not really anything I want to say about this because this is just horribly awkward and wrong in so many ways.
So, tell us about that roguelike that you were talking about earlier, because, oh dear god, I feel the intense need to change the subject.
Lots of dying, plenty of suffering, and tasty, tasty death.
Yes, death is good. Death and suffering.
Yes.
Those are the
Now-
things we shall focus on. For the
now the
love
pain
of
is
God.
over. If I get more shower scenes, I'll try to cut them out. I don't know if I'll get them between every episode. I mean, I got mine at like before the final chapter sort of thing when I was exploring, and I was like, huh, why did I get it now? Every time I've been
never saw the
But
shower
it-
scene at all. I'm not sure if that means I was lucky or not.
I read it has something to do with you have to get a certain combination of feats every
Yeah.
chapter, and then you can get a shower scene. And I'm
Yeah.
like, so if I
I'd
get
heard
more
that-
shower scenes, yeah, I'm cutting them out.
I'd heard that you weren't able to get it until after like chapter 3 or 4, but I know most of the information on it seems to be kind of
Vague.
yeah.
Most of the information in this game is kind of vague. You look up like how you can get all the weapon unlocks, and people don't know what the hell they're doing other than play on all the other difficulties and get all feats just to make sure.
Yeah. Like I said, it's I mean, the clothing damage, okay, that's slightly more realistic than what we're used to in games, but
So,
yeah, there's just
I decided, you know, I was gonna upgrade weapons just in front of people so they could see what I was doing, what I've done. I will buy this gun. I will buy this gun not because I plan on using it, but because it's one of those guns that well, it has something very special attached to it that I might be getting later. That I actually will get later for it, and I'm still conflicted on what I should do. I was just checking the gun first. I was hoping, I was crossing my fingers.
is not to
But,
be.
Yeah, we're gonna go for the impact assault rifle and a shotgun.
To be honest, I think most of my weapons I wound up using impact bullets for, just so I could get overkills quicker.
Yeah. I honestly like as for assault rifles, I don't like the impact very much.
I kind of liked it because it was lots of, you were spraying lots of bullets, so
Yeah, but they
personally I
give you
was
so many-
finding it was kicking off quicker.
the liberation section of assault rifles, they kind of have a mixed section of one that does this, one that does that, But the best assault rifle of them all is pure damage, and on the hard difficulty, it really works better as that, because when you're going for like staggering, then you just want like bam, stagger now.
Yeah.
The shotgun's gonna though be painful to use to start with because I do not have any levels in shotgun yet, and I can't really get very many upgrades. Like, I would love to get the long barrel 2 upgrade, but I'm frustrated that I'm like, no, I can't hit anything now. So I have to suffer with a bad shotgun for the time being. Plus, this is the double impact shotgun, so not really my choice of impact shotguns. But, it'll do. I need levels.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to be hurting for levels in this mode for
No,
very long.
actually, no. I'll basically it'll go pretty fast with getting like the first 3 or 4 levels. Because that's what I should have gotten on normal. Well, throughout the entire normal campaign.
Yeah. I think I've focused mainly on assault rifles, and by the end, I was only about level 4 or 5.
I decided also to upgrade the handgun in case I decide to use it. Wow. basically it's like I might as well upgrade that hangar because more than likely I'm going to be using it sooner.
Sooner probably rather than later.
Yeah, you'll run out of ammo. But yeah, I did all this because people did not choose what I should do. So, what do they have to say?
Oh, you actually hear the thunder in the background.
Yeah, I thought I heard some.
Yeah, just checking.
Oh, that'll make the LP more lively.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, environmental effects.
Yeah, it'll add a little dramatic flair and spice to the game.
If the mission's too
God
much
knows
for
it
you,
needs
I'm
it.
not gonna force you to continue.
And
You can go
Owen's still a
running back
dick.
to your den with your friends.
What are you talking about?
Just so you know, I'm not going to force you to do it. Get in the machine, bitch.
The babble.
Or I will kill you where you stand.
Yeah.
So, your choice. I'm a friendly
If the
boss.
mission's too much for you,
He's a
I'm
Russian
not gonna force
commissar.
you to continue. You can go running
Well,
back to
in
your
fact,
den with your friends.
Owen's just a dick.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
At least he's offering you something akin to a choice. Just not a very good one.
No.
Something feels off. Like we haven't seen each other.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah,
Nobody's told her.
Something feels off.
And what I'm doing wrong here
We
is they
haven't seen
basically
each
have
other
one
in a
line. I
while.
just need to stand still long enough, but I leave early because I'm like, oh, well,
I don't
that's
know
the
what
end
you're
of their
talking
line.
about.
And then I'm like,
I can't
I
quite
screw
put
it
my
up, and then I have to
finger
go
on
back,
it.
and then like wait long
Oh
enough.
well. I won't be there to back you up with my
okay.
rifle.
Everyone who
but I'll be
didn't
here
die
to
in an
help
alternate
you.
timeline, raise their hands. I'm sorry, what do you think you're doing? No, not you.
Something feels off.
And then I noticed that,
We haven't
yeah,
seen each other
those
in
two,
a
they just
while.
have one line.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
But hey, at least
can't
Aya's
quite put my
talking
finger
a
on
little
it.
for once.
Oh well. I won't
Beats
be there to back you up
grunting
with my
suggestively, I
rifle,
suppose.
But I'll be here to navigate.
I'd prefer her talk. I mean, it's a good voice actress and everything, but oh man, having to work with a script like that. It's like Oblivion again, where they're like, oh, we got Patrick Stewart and
For
he's gonna be
about
the
5
Emperor. And then they're
minutes.
like, they admittedly say, we gave him such horrible and cheesy lines, but he plays it out. He makes it sound somewhat passable because he's such a good actor.
Destroy the big orb.
Yeah, you know what they say, it's like,
Located in the Spanish Harlem.
70% how you say it, only
First thing
10%
you'll
what
do
you're
is
saying.
dive into a SWAT
Yeah.
officer.
I mean, look at Ron Perlman. He's
You mentioned
starred in
before
so
that
many
you
crap
changed the
movies, but he
past,
always
and
tends to be the best
that
thing on
led
screen
to
at any given
Craig's
time.
death. Is
Well,
that true?
It's not like you have much choice when you're watching a crap
Yes.
movie, I guess. But
It was
I'll
my
watch
fault.
anything with Ron Perlman in it.
In the previous
I have
movies,
watched
anything
anything
never
with Ron
happened and
Perlman
Craig
in
never
it.
died,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
And this part's the hardest to believe, but the boss died instead.
yeah, I wish he was still dead.
And nothing of
Yes.
value was lost.
That's right.
See,
Well,
she agrees
no
with
No
me.
reason for her to lie.
The black guy died.
However,
No, we're
the boss
going
is
back.
more
That's what
alive
we're
than
doing.
ever,
This
and Craig's
mission. We're
gone.
going to save him.
Blank, what do you think?
CTI without the boss would be heaven.
And Blank is a
Endless
dick.
budget for my research.
His priorities
Oh
are in
man,
the right
I wish
place,
the
I'll give him
boss
that
was
much.
dead.
That's not exactly the answer I was expecting.
But you know, I have to admit, I'd rather have the boss dead.
She could be right, and our memories could be rewritten along with the time-space alteration. Another explanation is, it could also be that Aya was dreaming.
Yeah, but how did she have all that intel
What?
on everything?
Alone in a world where no
She's
one, not even
very,
you,
very
knows your
imaginative.
past. A soul
Yeah.
lost in time. I believe you when you say you've changed the past. And I trust you can do it
Oh,
again.
an optimist.
I believe you can. I believe you when you say you can change the past, even though we have no logical way of verifying this in any
Well,
meaningful way.
she's probably,
Faith in you.
you know,
I
debrief
know
them
you
on
can do
everything
this,
that's
Aya.
happened, everything she did there, and then they could kind of like look at the historical records from a couple of years ago, and then go like,
I
oh,
want
that
Craig
matches
back,
precisely up.
Whatever the cost. I have faith
I
in
mean,
you.
they've been keeping her in
I know you
isolation
can
and
do
locked
this,
up for
Aya.
God knows how long. So she, in theory, would not know
exactly
about
happened
any
3
events
days ago?
outside
It
of
all
missions.
started when the Babel in the Spanish
possible,
Harlem was
but
attacked. Actually,
It still seems
we
like
still
one of
don't
those
know who was
stupid
behind
things,
it.
you know? we don't really have any way of being able to judge it, but we're going to take you on face value because you're the protagonist.
You also have to remember Hydebor is kind of the one pushing
That's how
this
Craig got
sort of
involved.
science project. So
We were
he's more eager to
totally
believe that it
unprepared.
actually works.
There was an unknown species. We
Okay,
ran into the
disappointed she
database
never
with no
decides to use it
hits.
for her own personal gain.
But by the time
Oh, by the way,
we
in the
reported to
previous
retreat,
universe,
dead.
I was really rich, and you gave me your house because I was cool. And
Yeah.
the scrawny
I'm
kid
sorry
over there
you
said
got
I
roped
never
into
need
this
to pay
mission.
for pie ever
It's,
again.
not gonna be an easy one.
All in the previous universe. I
I
think
hope
that
you can
should
help
carry over to
Cray
this
though.
one.
And note that he said Cray and everybody in
I'm sorry
the
you got roped into this mission.
mission was
It's not gonna be
in
an
the-
easy one.
what is it, like the
I
Spanish
hope you
Harlem,
can
I
help
think it's
Cray
called,
though.
was wiped out due to a new, really powerful species. That's not gonna come bite us in the ass now, is it?
I'm sorry you got roped into this mission.
Foreshadowing.
It's
Spoilers.
not gonna be
Sorry.
an easy one.
Yeah, spoilers, but you know, everybody's come. So we're gonna look at timelines. I'm gonna quickly scroll through like character by see the changes, but I kind of want to look at a lot of things, but at the other time. At the same time, I'm really cautious. I basically like played this and read through everything like for like an hour
Yeah,
before I did this
there's
video, just to make sure that there
surprising
wasn't like horrible spoilers. Because
yeah, there's a surprising amount of detail in the and sort of like the extra files, but it's incredibly easy to miss. I don't even think I noticed it until I was about 3/4 of the way through the game.
So be wiped out in 4 years now. So we're doing pretty good,
Things are looking up.
definitely.
Humanity is only slightly less
Slightly
marginally
less
screwed than they were before.
And Air Force did not crash, so we still have the president. Excellent. So I basically saved the president through actions. Instead,
Through
they
saving a nightclub.
They destroyed a super carrier that they were constructing. Honestly, I would have preferred the super carrier. The president is.
President's a
consider-
person, whereas resources are harder to replace.
Yeah. And oh, now we're down to 3 million casualties. So we've basically saved 2 million lives.
That was a big nightclub.
Well, you have to remember they take the nightclub and then it comes like has an accumulative effect where they like spread. And yeah, this is the whole Leavenworth thing where they invaded the CGI, and instead they fucked up the opera house that Parasite Eve fans will know and love.
Fan service.
But hey, that explains why Monsini is alive. And instead of something called the Met Incident, you know, the big art gallery in New York, I don't know it, but apparently it exists.
Yeah, one of my friends was there last week, I think. She lives in New York.
Yeah. But now the Spanish Harlem is, well, overrun. But we're gonna fix that. We're definitely gonna fix that.
Eventually.
So what I don't get is Monsini says she can't quite be there to assist you with your sniper, but yet here it says that she was actually there and saw everything go on. And even the cutscene, she says, "Oh, she was there and it was horrible." So it's like, inconsistency. And instead of the FBI headquarters, then it's Long Island that is taking over. I prefer the FBI headquarters going down because then Owen would be dead. But, you know.
And that's why you never mess around with the time stream.
No, at least you don't. Well, just make sure you don't cross the streams. Yeah, anybody hurting from that joke, I'm sorry.
I would say something, but I'm kind of trying to decide which direction to vomit in. It's more difficult than you would think.
And this is where I get to the point where I'm like, oh shit. These are gonna like have spoilers because I was worried I'd have gone to the other chapters and scrolled through them. People can just pause the video and read.
Yeah, you're not missing too much, to be perfectly
No,
honest.
it's basically just updating what has gone on and a couple things like saying Cray is dead now and Gabrielle got the "she is dead" thing erased from her thing.
She got the dead kicked out of her.
Yeah. And Aya is like, she is still under observation now. But Hunter Owen, he likes fly fishing apparently, and has a very proud of huge RVs.
This
So
is
now we know that about
important
him.
to the plot, really.
I don't know. I thought
No,
that was kind of. I thought that was kind of amusing that they're like, oh, and he, by the way, likes huge cars. A true American.
Yeah, it does like waving his gun in people's faces.
Yeah. Well, he does have that unfortunate side effect. But as you learn more about the Twisted, fight them more often and find different weaknesses with weapons, the sections here will update actually with additional pages. And yeah, here we have the Helix. Pretty easy guy to fight, at least. But what I don't get is they're like saying the Helix has multiple types of shots, and we only see one type of hot shot, the homing shot. So it makes me think maybe they had more in store for the Helix boss.
Yeah, probably. I mean, most of this stuff would have been probably written up at the early to mid-concept stage.
Yeah.
If they didn't do it at the last minute.
The developers mentioned that they got a small budget and they were told to make a PSP game, so...
Yeah, I mean, it was originally going to be a cell phone game, so...
Yeah,